Hey everybody, welcome back to Tabletop Misfits and Tavern Talks, and tonight we have a special report, and our special report is all about DRUSKARA, which is the amazing Kickstarter that just launched today and is already blowing numbers away. I think I saw just a couple minutes ago, you guys were just...
Oh, our backer train just ended.
Just over 110,000, which is incredible.
Yeah.
So before we start asking about this incredible project that you two have been working on for so long, and I want to check on both of you. How are you all doing?
I'm tired. I'm so tired. I want to go to bed so bad and eat food.
Oh my.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been up all night. I think we slept from 10 to 11 a.m. this morning for an hour or so, and then got on the crazy train of podcasts, and you're the last live one of the day. So
awesome.
So you get the most tired version of us.
Tired version. Well, we'll make sure that it's not too boring, hopefully. We've got the audience coming in as we speak, as they pile in here.
And we are live on the BackerKit page, so anybody
can swing by working. Yay.
Live on BackerKit, live on Twitch. Wow, this is definitely one of those Shadow Dark ones that really just scream the theme. As soon as I saw the artwork, I was immediately blown away. Like, it was the immediate hit, which I was so glad I got to hop into your last interview to see the two artists who are incredible.
Yes.
So my first suggestion is metal t-shirts. Like, I want one so bad. I will rock that sucker all day long.
Oh, we already have them.
We do have one. It's not here at the moment.
I don't have it on
here at the moment.
I mean, it's like this, but it's
Yeah.
No, it's better. No, it's Mark Riddick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I made sure we rocked your wrong way. There you go. Yep.
Oh yeah, I see it in the back there.
National selections right there with Righteous Val. Huge Shadow Dark fan. It was awesome hanging out with the two of you at Page and hearing about all this stuff that's coming up. So what are some unique
We have
things?
a backer train again. Sorry.
No, you're good. Keep it up. No.
Yay.
Yell the backer trades. Or, those are awesome. But yeah, let's talk some DRUSKARA. So what are some things about DRUSKARA that is different than anything else in the Shadow Dark world right now?
I think it's the biggest thing. That's the first thought I have. I don't think, I don't study the other ones as well as I probably should, because I'm so nose deep in what we're doing.
Absolutely.
So I could accidentally step on somebody's toes by answering that question. but it's complete, like a complete set, not just setting, but campaign world. And it's really set up for, you don't have to make anything up yourself if you don't want to, right? If you go into an area, the NPCs are there, their stat blocks are there, everything is there for you to run it. And that was the goal, was to just make it so thorough that it's a zero prep system.
Absolutely.
But there's certainly holes if you want to go into them and create something new for yourself, and new dungeon, new NPCs, new city, whatever you want to do. But you wouldn't have to, because there's enough content there to keep a party going for a very long time. We have 3 parties running through it simultaneously in the same world, and we've been doing it for 4 years, and they haven't even come close to doing what they need to do. So it can take as long as you want it to, or as short as you want it to. You can scoot them along if you want. So yeah, that's a big thing. The evolution system, I think, is another big one. So I love a living world. I want to be able to say, hey, when I walk into a space, it's different than it was the last time. I don't want the world to be frozen until I walk into it. And so there's systems in the main book that allows you to, with 100 D100 tables, to create various crazy things that go on, whether the players are involved in those things or not. those things change the dynamics of the factions, the Game of Thrones style meta story that is going on, that again is random. You don't know how it's going to go. It could be the big bad guy on the cover of the slipcase, or it could be a completely different big bad guy that becomes the main villain for the party. You just never know. So it's all set up for that sort of geek out, excited. I don't know what's going on in this world, but I want to change it or influence it in some way.
I love the idea of the world always evolving. That's huge. I think a lot of times we start playing these games thinking that time stops between moments, and that's not how it should be. At least there should be reactions and things happening in the background that maybe you're not doing things that you possibly should be doing, or choosing not to do, and what those reactions and consequences could be. We have, from what I'm just going through right now, looking at all this stuff. It's funny because as soon as I saw the collector's edition covers, I was like, and click.
That's good. We almost didn't do any. We almost decided that we weren't going to do special editions, but we found the right artist, and then we're just like, okay, fine, just this. Let's do it.
Yeah, this last year I've been I've been catching eyes on things like that all the time, and all of a sudden I saw these 4 color. And the nice thing I like about these is they're not the same. All four have different color. They all have different artwork on them.
Did you see the slipcase? It's a rabbit with a scythe carrot riding a snail lady.
I did. It is. After getting into Arthurian lore and seeing some of the characters that are in that style, and then seeing this, it's like, okay, we've taken Arthurian lore and put metal. This is a beautiful combination of the two.
Yeah. That marginalia, medieval marginalia style was really important to me. I wanted to do something like that because it's so unique, and I don't know how many people have used it in TTRPGs. I'm sure it's been done, but I haven't seen it. And so I definitely wanted it to stand out.
My BBEG is played by Gary Busey. He does his own stunts. All right. So you have 4 books. What are each of the books like? What is the setup like, so we can use this properly?
Right. So I'm trying to clear my throat and I'm not being successful. Hold on.
I need to tell you something.
Oh, nice.
Don't say that.
Okay. Okay. So there, I think I was able to get the glah out of my throat for a moment at least. So the 4 books, one of them is a player's book, essentially. So we've got spells and specialties. So it's going to be classes, ancestries, and spells for those classes. That happens to also include the unnatural selection classes and spells. So, it's folded in, plus the 8, 7, 9, how many ever new ones there are. And then the next one I would say is Fangs and Fortune, which is the monsters and the treasure, also the core crystals, which are a very important part of the whole world. And that also incorporates unnatural selections, monsters and animals and treasure, but with a whole bunch new. So it's kind of like doubling. It's actually quadrupling unnatural selection if you think about it, because unnatural selection is half of one of each book and then another half of the other books. So or maybe it's doubling. I can't do math now. Anyway, so then we also have then the core books for the campaign. So we have Realms and Rivals, which is your world book. It's the faction book. It has all the above ground stuff, the cities and landscapes and that sort of thing, the world map and such. And then the last one is Tombs and Temples, which is your dungeon book. So it's just filled with all the dungeons. So you easily get to one, you find it in the world book, and it tells you go to this page on the dungeon book to continue your adventure in there. So I mean, it's almost like a choose your own adventure in a way, because it's all set up to be nice and easily tracked through the gameplay.
I mean, it's a ton, and hopefully, like you said, it's going to be able to be played for years and years and years just with a couple books. I'm curious, just because being a writer myself, how much easier do you feel it was to write Shadow Dark compared to other systems?
I felt it very easy because I'm a little bit terse in the way that I communicate anyway. I usually don't ramble on. So I'm a little bit just like, this is the point, bam, and I'm done. I'm quiet. So from that perspective, that came naturally. And another way to look at this is I was in the video game industry for 22 years. And in that industry, I worked on licensed titles. So I worked on, Family Guy and Iron Man and Hunter the Reckoning and even Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. So I had to adjust to whatever the license was. And so the license would have very specific writing, very specific environments, very specific everything. And so I had to be, and I was a producer, so I had to be the vision carrier. So I always had to make sure that we were adhering to the restrictions or the license, the ethos, the lore, all that. So I became kind of good at that. And so then when I had a little bit of training from a ethos expert for Shadow Dark, I was able to adapt to those restrictions as well. And those restrictions are fantastic because they're restrictions in that you don't have to write a bunch of stuff, and therefore you don't have to read a bunch of stuff. You just read the one sentence and it explains the rules, as opposed to reading an entire page to get the one rule. So I really appreciate that perspective. Otherwise, this freaking thing would be like 4,000 pages. I don't even know how it would be possible. So by being able to be nice and succinct with everything, you get the idea, you know what's going on, you read a sentence or two, and then you turn back to your group and you go, this is what happens, or this is what you see. And that's really what we want. We don't want to have memorization and too much pre-study.
No, I completely agree. Like I said, I dove
That's
into
what I like about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite things about DRUSKARA, Bunny?
My favorite things about DRUSKARA. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I did you mention the world evolution system? Sort of. I did.
Yeah. Well, not only
that's
that,
my favorite thing.
We've gone from one thing to the next today, so I don't know who I've said what to. But...
Well, I do like the world evolution system because as a player, as a play tester, I get to see how one of my characters affects one of the other two characters. And so far it's been quite chaotic. So I have a character who is chaotic, and she and her friends made a giant hole in the ground, and that caused a whole bunch of trouble for the city. And one of our Wednesday night games has come across it and has seen this chaos and has tried to save people from this chaos. They failed. They didn't die. They're just like
they failed.
But it's good. What I like the most about DRUSKARA is that there's ripples. You can feel these effects throughout like each gameplay. I mean, maybe he's a good DM that is able to handle that, but that's what DRUSKARA is made for. DRUSKARA is made for you to be able to have the multi parties in there and that they're affecting each other. So, I mean, that's what I love the most.
And it's set up so that if you don't have multiple parties, it feels like you do because of the evolution system. Like that's what it's really geared to do.
Okay. Yeah. No. So it almost sounds like you can build a the equivalency of like an epic out of this just from the way it's built, where you're
That's the
running.
idea.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I think that that I would say probably is one of the more unique things about DRUSKARA than even I knew, because the fact that you can run, it's not though that you can run it, but it's built to run with multiple parties in the same location.
Well, and there's multiple starting locations. There's like 5 or 6 starting locations that you choose right away. You just go, okay, I'm going to take my party to, kind of your standard in a little villa in the England like forest, or
Right.
you can go, okay, I want to start this party off as indentured servants to this cartel, and they're thrown into a temple with just nothing practically, like a torch and some other things, and they go, if you can get some treasure out of this, we'll let you go free. So that's a great. Or there's one, they're shipwrecked on an island and they have nothing and they have to figure out what they're going to do. So lots of different little starting locations depending on what flavor you want to have the party start in.
Oh, that's really cool. I just had a question and my brain stopped. Darn it.
Well, you were listening so intently to what I was saying, you forgot it. I understand.
Absolutely,
I
100%. No, what I was going to say is, how much of the book was written before you started running the story, your players, or has a lot of that influenced the book?
Oh yeah, it's a big mixture. It's like the answer to that question is yes. So I had, Bunny and I kind of created an overarching world. We said this is going to be an amazing city made out of mirror glass steel, and this is going to be an amazing city inside a mile wide tree trunk, and this is going to be an amazing city in an underground city next to an underground ocean. So we're going to have these creative, really interesting locations, and then now we're going to have these core crystals, and these core crystals are going to be core to the world, based on their name, obviously, and they're very powerful, they're very devastating, they're very, very hard to wield, they can kill you if you don't do it right. So these things are out and about, and they're going to make big changes to the world as well. So that's kind of what was planned. Then bringing the characters into these environments, okay, I'm going to plan out this particular starting location, so put a bunch of effort into that, and then let them go. And now I don't know which way they're going to go, and they go, okay, well, we're going to go to Borfrost. Like, okay, great, good to know. Next week I'm going to have some Borfrost stuff done, so that when they get to it. So it was created with the groups, and the groups, you get to use some of your own creativity on the fly, because there's different types of creativity. I think there's the creativity where you get to sit down and you really think it all through, and you try to go, how am I going to connect all these dots, and how is this all going to go together? And then there's the creativity where you go, because you're sitting in front of the group, you're like, there's a guy, and and his name is Halford, and and you have to kind of make it up on the fly. Well, that's an interesting creativity, because that's really reflecting off of what the players are doing and how they're acting and so forth. And so you get some really neat and different results than if I just sat and thought of it all ahead of time, right? So I like the combination of the two. And so if you look at what's left to be done, I mean, 90% of it is written, and that's because everybody's gone to those locations.
Mm-hmm.
The 10% that's left, they haven't gone to it yet. So that's the other, and they're on their way there now. So it'll all be written by the time that they get there, and by the time that they interact with it. Then it all has to be put into the format, of course, but that's the difference.
That's a different story completely.
Yeah.
Shift on this side, because normally I don't stream this.
Where haven't we gone to? I would like to know, so that we can help fill that in.
You're on your way. You're on your way to Borfrost.
Which one? Oh, that you actually haven't done. Oh, well, you.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff done for it, but there's still some stuff that I haven't done yet. Yeah.
All right.
So,
I'll help you figure that out by ruining everything.
Ruining it all.
Good. I would.
So how many of the games are you currently playing in Bunny? All 3?
Yes. Sorry, I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I am. which is a problem because like I forget what character knows what sometimes. So
Oh,
I'm just
boy.
like accidentally being a fourth waller,
Meta, yeah.
metaphor or fifth waller. Like I'm like, oops.
Yeah,
I'm
this
like,
That
group
has to
knows this, right? Oh, no, they don't know that? Oops, sorry, everybody.
or I'll say something like I think I know it, but I'll be like, oh wait, this is not the character that knows that. Oopies. Yeah, it's hard sometimes, but it's a lot of it's a lot of gaming.
It's a lot of gaming, but that's part of the fun, right? Like the fact that you get to game all the time like that. Let's talk about some cool things that you get with this Kickstarter, because I was checking out the loot. It's funny, I purchased it because I saw the pretty covers, and then I looked at all the
Very
stuff I
good.
get on top of it.
All the
I was
stuff,
like, oh,
yeah.
even more stuff. And we can kind of, they said you get, looks like, if you go for the big prizes, of course, you get things like the Game Master screen, a cloth map, like that's awesome. Yeah, show off the Game Master screen. Look at that thing. Look at that. There's a big bad guy in there. You can see him just sticking out in the front. He's probably somebody important. You're muted.
Vord the Desolator.
Vord the Desolator.
I wonder if this will do this.
Oh, is that the
Oh, there it
dragon?
is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Coin.
Dragon coin. Yep, there. Oh, the
Oh,
dragon.
it came in for a second. There it
There
is.
you go. Yep.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. It was good, and then it shifted, and it was good. Yeah, got,
There it is.
yeah, they're pretty. Then you've got the cloth map. That's awesome.
We don't have that yet.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah,
a sample of that yet.
can't show that one yet. I'm curious. So we've got something in here called Player Lore Guide. What is that?
Right. So the whole book was written so that a player could read, Realms and Rivals without spoiling things for themselves, because in each section there's a part that says common lore, common knowledge. So they could read that if they wanted to. And it was actually Matt Forbeck, who was on a couple of shows ago. He took a look at the preview, and he said, hey, this is really cool, and it's really nice that you set it up this way so the players could read the book too. But he said, you should split that stuff out into like a little zine or something else. So that's what that is. That's the combination of all the information that the players could know just by being citizens or denizens of DRUSKARA. So they might know something about, oh, the Shining City. I've heard about that. Instead of the DM having to explain it every time, you just go, hey, take a look on the Shining City page, and you'll learn a little bit about what your character knows about that.
So giving them a little bit of a heads up before the game even starts, that you have all this information.
Right. It'll be a small zine too, so that it's not like an overwhelming, oh my gosh, I've got to learn all this by Friday, that sort of thing. And you can reference it in the middle, like, okay, we're going to go to the Shining City. Let's look up what we know about that. Oh, okay. We know that, they're a militant, compound, essentially. Do we really want to go there?
And then you've got bifold city cards. Now, are those going to be just for imagery, or are these actually going to be utilized for combat?
No, they're not for combat. They're just usefulness. Like, so it's they're the size of a regular book like this, but when it's bifolded, obviously it's or unbifolded, I guess it's that fold size. So on one side, you're going to see the map of the city with some call outs. And then on the other side, it's going to say, maybe it's an image of what they hope to expect, or whatever the word is there. I'm sorry. And then another section that kind of calls those things out, like, okay, there's this interesting building here that, now the DM doesn't have to describe that. They can go and say, hey, I want to check out this place, and they point to it on their little bifold, and they can go there. Or instead of the players going, is there a tavern, is there a witch, like whatever, they can look at that and know what's actually there.
It's really just catching up on some of those questions that players will have before they even have that question.
Yeah.
Making
Make
it
it as easy
easier
as
for you.
possible on the DM. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Let's see here. So yeah, and I said, and you can go all the way for those that are watching. You can go all the way down from their $35 tier, which just gets you the Adventures PDF, all the way up to what looks like some incredible tiers where you can get signed artwork. Now, is that
Right.
is that like a wall artwork, or is that just a normal?
Did you see? Were you there when he was showing that off? Were you in that last podcast?
I was, yeah,
The whole time.
yeah.
That's what he was holding up. Where
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, he was showing. Which one did he show? He showed the one with the rose, right?
Tombs and Temples, I think.
No, I think he showed that one. I think he showed that one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and how it's unfinished and it has draft lines and stuff. So now we're debating because we told him to fill in the black, and I was like, oh, well, that would maybe suck if we did that. I don't know what people would think. I would have to ask them.
That could be, yeah. If
individually.
somebody abides with it, we get.
They can get the
let them
request.
decide.
Let them decide. How much do you think, even after all of this incredible lore that you've created, how much is still left that might be for an upcoming project?
Well, I eliminated a giant island in the bottom right corner of the thing because I was just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be this is gonna be like 1,200 pages. Like that's probably not good. So yeah, so there's a big section that hasn't been done that I can do later, right? For people who want that expansion. It's like a volcanic island with dinosaurs and cool
Well,
stuff.
why not make it a stretch goal to have a zine made out of it?
He says he cries inside.
I'm just saying,
It's possible.
man.
It's possible.
It's a smart idea.
Just out of curiosity, what are some of the stretch goals that are coming up? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, we haven't really 100% decided, but we put our ideas out there because Backrocket wanted us to do something, and I'm like, okay, well, we just funded DRUSKARA character sheet. We just funded the solo dark DRUSKARA, and so I think what we're going to be probably heading towards next is maybe class and ancestry that the community votes on. We give them the options so that they can be a part of the creation of everything. We've played with the idea of metal dice. This zine is a good idea. I'm not gonna lie. Just saying.
I actually did bring this up at some point as a potential, maybe 500K.
Yeah, get up there in the high levels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I forget what else. Oh, we were talking about. Well, we need to find before we can make this one, we need to know the pricing on 3D modeling so that we can, 3D modeling for miniatures. We know 3D modeling for like a coin because we have the coins that we have were 3D modeled. But we need to know what it would cost for like a miniature STL type of thing to be, generated so that we can sell miniatures. I don't know yet. Like, you know what I mean? So the potential is really there. But we haven't 100% decided on that because we don't know how that pricing is going to go. Because that could be maybe $10,000 by itself, and I don't know that. Like, I don't know what that's going to be.
Right. Don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea to do a zine of the volcano island that you mentioned, Zaid. I think that's a really smart one to have unlocked. Or unlock.
We'll push for we got to push hard though for that one, right? So you get that 500K.
Yeah, we got to push hard.
Get that 500K. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially since it still hasn't really stopped. I mean, the original backer train has stopped, but it's still going strong. We're at 115K.
Yeah,
it's just still going,
and we're not even at the 12-hour point yet. We're close. We're getting there now. It's 7 o'clock will be our 12-hour point.
Wow.
Yes, it's really exciting. I mean, we blew past our first campaign in like the first few hours versus we got 106K on Unnatural Selection as the whole, like right at the end. So this is definitely
Exciting.
this is-
Very exciting.
This is very wow.
And congratulations. I think what that says is that what you did with Unnatural Selections was so good. They're ready for the next thing, right? Like, and
some of these people have been waiting
look
too.
forward to
Like
it.
we've strung them along. Like we're launching now. Never mind. We're launching. we're launching here. What crap? We can't because there's just too much to do. And then it dragged into like, oh gosh, was it like another year that we didn't do anything with it? We didn't launch it yet. We've just been working on it so that we could launch it. Yeah, we accidentally did that because we thought and we were gonna be able to launch this sooner than we did. But I'm glad we waited because we weren't ready
Mm.
at all. And we were almost not ready for this one, but well, we're ready now. Obviously, I mean, here it is.
Well, yeah, and you heard me talking about the video, you know,
Yeah.
because the first time we put the video together pretty easily, actually, shockingly. And so this time I was like, okay, let's do a really cool video. And so wrote it way in advance, got the VO way in advance, and got the art way in advance. And then I went, it's not way in advance now. I got to hurry up and learn After Effects and put all this stuff together. And so that's what I did for the last, 5 weeks almost leading up to this. So lots of 16-hour days working on that.
I can relate on that one. I think the first time I had launched one of our shows and was like, I'm going to do a proper intro. And then I had to learn what After Effect was and I did a crash course, which crash course meant just flubbering around for the,
YouTube?
2-3 weeks.
Ask YouTube?
Ask YouTube. Ask Google.
As the teacher known as YouTube.
Yep, that's what it is. And then it just became a hyperfixation of just diving in for 2-3 weeks at a time until I could actually come up with something that I appreciated. And I was like, okay. So I can completely relate there.
Or you guessed one? It's probably. Oh, okay, that's cool, right? Because it's up there.
Oh, I was trying to point to you. I don't know which way it is.
Yep, there you go. You're pointing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am? Okay. It's weird because I'm pointing at you.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, got
Why
it.
were you
I'm
pointing?
above you. Yep. On
I was
screen, I'm
pointing
above you.
because
And then
he mentioned that he hyperfixated on it, and you kind of did the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Let's see here. Oh, so one thing I'm curious about, because this year we've shifted. Every year we pick a different thing that we kind of hit on in the tavern. Last year we did mostly Dungeon Master tips. This year we're doing monsters. So what is a unique monster within DRUSKARA that can be kind of spoken about? I don't want to give away too many cool tricks.
Spoken about, like
Yeah, like what
like
can
it's a
what can we what can we talk about? What's a sneak
Okay,
peek
well-
monster?
Should we
okay, I don't know
repeat?
about sneak peek monster. You know what? I'm not going to repeat the fell rack because the fell rack already existed in Unnatural Selection. So,
And we did the Gutter Gorger, which is a fun one.
but that's also an Unnatural Selection.
It is.
So, what's a sneaky peeky monster in is it Zarnax? What's his name?
Zarnox.
Zarnox.
Yeah.
But that's more like a boss. You know what? You
Yeah.
have to take this because I'm trying to think of them. Where's the book? Give me a book.
Well, it's been interesting because we've been working on the Fae, and there's not a lot of Shadow Dark Fae stuff that I saw. I mean, I'm sure there is now, but when we first started working on it, there wasn't a lot of Fae. So doing some, Fae is a really fun thing to work with because it's so twisted and bizarre, and you can really make it. You can make it cutesy and silly, or you can make it, very bizarre and disgusting and horrific. So I really like our take on the centaur because our centaur is not what you would normally see. It is and that's our sticker. So if you go to the first 48 hours early bird thing, you can see the centaur, and you'll notice that it has a horse head instead of a human head. It's like grossly hairy and weird spots, and
It is gross.
It's very disgusting, and so that's
the sticker. Oh, okay.
It's I feel like it's a good Shadow Darkian, Grim Darkian.
Kind of show that off on screen real fast. It'll kick everybody else.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I don't know if you can zoom in on it at all, but I think that's a neat take on the classic centaur. It's a lot more monster like.
Yeah, no, that's
probably
really cool.
And there's probably some famous artist stylist thing that it's very Mark Lobian or whatever, but I don't know my artists well enough to be able to make some sort of reference like that. But that artist, Phil Chesnick, he draws some really bizarre and kind of disgusting things. So when I saw that, I went, okay, I want you to make our fake creatures. And so he's made a red cap, and he's made the centaur, and they're both awesome.
Interesting. We have in one of our games, which is outside of Shadowdark, is World of Darkness, and one of our game master has been bringing Fae into World of Darkness, and they're coming up with these crazy off the wall versions of red caps and things like that as well. So
yeah,
I'm sure he's gonna steal some ideas from this, because this is awesome. So what is the creature on the front of spells and
that is spells and specialties. That's like the Felrak granddaddy. His name is Veilthar. He is actually just another take on so
all right,
man, I'm so excited. Can I here, you should give me that other book.
Which other book?
The special edition.
Oh, our special edition?
Yeah, I just want to like showcase how they're so different now. Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Look at there's the green screen. Look at the difference now. Like this is this is way more like this feels heavier and thicker and nicer.
Yeah.
So it's just we have evolved, as you can see.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's the Felrak. A bite from him will give you a Fel curse, which can benefit you while also cursing you at the same time.
Ooh.
Mutating you.
Yeah, we had a player character that he was bitten, and he was stuck at level 3 because he couldn't level up. That's what the Fel curse did. But he was like 24 or something ridiculous. Like it upped his AC, but he couldn't level up. So.
He had spider legs grow out of his back, and so he could crawl walls and things like that.
But he was blind. He
he lost his sight. Yeah,
it was insane. Whatever happened to him was crazy.
Sounds like he just. Yes. How did the character take that of losing the ability to level up?
Absolutely loved it.
Beautiful.
Honestly, didn't he love it?
Oh yeah, he did. He totally did. Yeah, and he worked hard to try to figure out a way to lift that aspect of the curse without losing the other stuff, right? But he ended up dying, so it didn't matter. Yeah, he made his own miniature for it and everything, and then he died.
That's usually what happens. I swear, I've had, especially in Shadowdark, we've been building our own little homebrew here at the house, and usually all my players will be like, oh. I'm 3 or level 4, and then they're like, oh, I'm going to go buy a miniature. And then usually that becomes their memorial, and we place that up on a counter and we leave that there, and they go make a new character. But yeah. Let's talk about some of these cities. So when you were talking about the cities, there's some very unique things. We've got a metallic glass. We've got a giant tree. Where do you get some of these inspirations from?
Where do we get the inspirations from? Boy, I don't know about that, but it's just that's probably the biggest teamwork aspect of this. we
Okay.
really sat down together and said, okay, how are we going to make this? And I think it was like during a drive, part of it, I remember being on a long drive going, okay, how are we going to do these cities and how are we going to make them super cool? But yeah, that was just, I just wanted something unique. And so I just kept
There you
thinking
go.
of random things until until I thought of some of them, and she came up with a bunch. So yeah, I mean, we've got a lizard people that live on a cliff face. You know, they can just scale the wall no problem and crawl into caves, and they, you know, but everybody else is like, how do we do anything
How did we
here?
get here?
Yeah. Then Gorgonstone, the island of Gorgonstone is really neat because there's a whole bunch of lost civilization ruins, but also a whole bunch of lost civilization petrified denizens. So obviously something went on there that turned them all to stone, and there's lots of cool story elements with that. Let's see. Crystalia was created by 2 core crystals with a Fey Dark underneath the city. Yeah, just all kinds of different things. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that question.
No, it's no worries. So I know that you talked about it on the other on some other of the interviews this today. I was gonna say this week, but it's all been today.
Yeah, it's all today. Yes.
What's the next big project, since we're closing this? We're getting to the end.
Oh yeah.
The next big project, like our next thing that we're gonna focus on.
After you get a week of sleeping.
Did you show him? Did you show him? Can you show him?
I haven't given him the super dark thing. You saw it though, I'm sure.
No, I missed it. If anything.
Okay.
Show that. Yes.
Okay.
You'll be maybe pleasantly surprised by this.
I'm gonna mute myself.
I had heard it.
Okay.
I had heard about it, but I didn't get to see anything on it.
So our next thing is going to be superhero based, very gritty, very dark, brutal. Very heroes can definitely kill pedestrians because they're innocent bystanders. You run into them so that's kind of what we're going to be going for with this kind of thing. I mean, I've seen it in The Boys and in Invincible, but we want to make it OSR, Shadow Dark Base.
Oh, nice.
Playable.
I sent it to you on Facebook.
All right, sounds good.
Through my account.
Nope. Through mine.
Ooh.
Oh, and unfortunately we had a surprise lined up for you, Bunny, but he couldn't make it, and that was Chris Hodge was going to be able to join us.
Oh,
I know, and he ended up getting pulled into a meeting. He was supposed to be on for this one, but he got pulled into a meeting, so we didn't get to do it. I
would have been so surprised. I would have been like, oh. He's in Illinois, by the way.
Yeah, I was really working hard to surprise you with that. It's just too bad.
Wow, that you surprised me by telling me anyway. Damn, that's sucky poo poo.
Yeah, that's awesome, and I love the artwork. I know that's one thing you were talking about is you were trying to figure out other artists for this grimdark superhero.
Yeah,
I think I posted it up there, but I'll send you a message directly with somebody that I have maybe a recommendation for.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, he did. He did some of our. When we did our first season for Power Rangers, he did our Power Rangers, but he was definitely he did more of the gruesome looking characters than my players were looking for. So it was like, oh, I loved it, but it was like, okay, maybe this isn't the same style we were going for. But I think for you, it will be great. He's also done things with Star Wars and things with some of the other, a lot of
kind of like modern style.
Well.
Yeah, that's great.
And we were going to have him do our Vampire the Masquerade campaign too. So that was the other one we were going to do it with. So I
Cool.
think this might be an option for you guys.
Yeah, we've been playtesting this. I pretty much started working on it about a year, maybe a little longer ago, probably a year and a half ago now. And we've been playtesting it. Bunny has said it. What was it? One of the one-offs was one of her favorite one-offs she's ever played was playing Super Dark. So that made me go, okay, maybe we have something here. And so I'm pretty excited about it. One of the challenges with doing a superhero Shadow Dark is the limitations of Shadow Dark, or the strengths of Shadow Dark that look like a limitation, is the simplification of character creation. And having very simple level advancement and all that, and superhero creation is just the opposite. It's probably the most complicated type of character creation available, right? Possible. Absolutely. So merging those two things together is the trick. And I'm going to take multiple approaches to it, but the approach that's worked so far has been surprisingly easy. And had fantastic results. And you can do it completely randomly, or you can do a little bit of choice in there and really create some amazing and unique characters. And what we've noticed so far is that they're definitely glass cannons, so they go around and they just destroy everything, but if they get hit once, they're down. So it's been really fun. And I haven't done a lot of DMing in modern times. Like I've done most of my DMing in fantasy times. So I've had to learn a little bit more about, how do the police react to things? I didn't watch Cops. I wasn't a big police guy. So I've had to kind of learn how to DM that. But otherwise, I've always loved comics. It's been a huge part of my life. So that aspect of it has been very easy for me.
That's awesome. And then Bunny, and it sounds like Bunny really enjoyed this version as well, which is great.
Yeah, I usually don't like. I'm usually like, and I usually have criticisms. And then he fixes it, and then I'm like, yes, I love this. But no, this was like straight up, I love this. This is definitely gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and we did a special report with Dark Space when they were launching too. So we're getting all these cool OSR Shadow Dark style games that are coming out left and right, and it's so great to have these different genres. And I think the coolest thing about it is because of how simplified the system is. If you want, you can now have, once this comes out, you'll have superhero fantasy, you'll have superhero sci-fi or whatnot, depending on what systems you're blending.
Right.
And I'm curious to see how that actually starts to meld, because I think we're going to see genres that maybe you were not expecting to see with something so simplified as Shadow Dark as a system.
We just got our 500th backer exactly on the dot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Check that out. If you haven't checked out DRUSKARA yet, I don't know what you're doing, especially since you've been sitting in here, because
what the heck?
Yeah, stop sitting. I mean, keep sitting, but also support my cat by
support the kitty.
The backer kit. He's just a kitten. His name is Piccolo. Also Pickle. That's his nickname.
Backer cat.
Backer cat. There you go.
Backer cat. Oh my god, I'm gonna create a website now. Thank you.
Yep, Backer cat. Or Bunny also makes really cool pins. So maybe do the Backer cat pin.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god, I will. Don't make me. I will do this. I will do this.
Curious, have you thought about doing pins of what looks like maybe the factions?
Yes. I just didn't have time. Okay. So it could be added quite soon once I get to sleep. I will maybe create these things. Because I was thinking about it being like, small a set of them that people can purchase. But I don't know how
as an add-on.
I don't know what the TTRPG community how they are with pins. I mean, I know they like mimics. I have mimics. I have them buy mimics straight from me when I go to conventions. So I'm gonna have to bring some with me when I go to GaryCon. But I don't know how. Like I know there's pin people there that sell pins, and they're popular. But like I still don't know like what niche there is for like black and white pins. Like I've seen them maybe once or twice, and it's really inspiring, but I just don't know like what to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
I guess I was thinking
well received.
Yeah, I was thinking more so like how Beetle and Grimm does like their pins for the different types, the styles of for Waterdeep and things like that. Like that would be a really cool opportunity.
I'll take a look at those actually and just see like
is that what I'm looking at, or the factions, or what are these symbols under? They're above the system game.
Oh, those are the crystals. Those are the core crystals.
Oh,
like the artifacts. Like
okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's other artifacts, but those are like the mommy artifact.
So those were I wanted to see as pins. I thought those would be really cool.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea too.
That would be kind of cool, actually. I should create those.
Yeah, the core crystals are intingent. No, the world is intingent on the core crystals. So if any core crystal is destroyed, DRUSKARA is destroyed. It just takes a little bit of time, maybe. So yeah, they're highly powerful, extremely powerful. They're highly corruptive. They will, they'll make you change your alignment. They'll make you grow roses out of your face. They'll, do crazy things, and they can kill you very easily. So they're great, and everybody wants them, but it's not easy to wield them.
Right. And if they're broken, the game's over.
Right.
The whole game is over. The world is gone. Or come up with your own idea. It's the cool thing about TTRPG.
Right. Yeah.
Find out what the effect would be if one of those crystals maybe didn't work anymore. What all would that affect? That one style.
Didn't we break one of them already? But I don't even want to go into that because we did break one, I think, right? The Crystal Sun. We broke the Crystal Sun.
Yes. You destroyed the Crystal Sun.
For reasons that I won't tell you.
The sun disappeared, and
it exploded, and catastrophes started upon the earth that is DRUSKARA.
But they also had the only way to bring it back, so they knew what they were doing.
Did they? Did they know what they were doing?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, they trusted it, but they probably shouldn't have.
We're just like, eh. But hold on, if they didn't succeed, like the other two campaigns would stop existing.
Right.
You would have just halted the entire story.
Well, it was great because in the other two groups, I had to go, okay, the sun just exploded, in the middle of their session. He looks distracted.
Yeah, my microphone just randomly disconnected.
Oh, okay.
There it was.
Okay. Yeah. So we switched over to another group, and we're like, okay, well, the sun exploded, and they're like, did we do that? Nope.
Me?
Sure didn't. Yeah.
Am I the bad guy now? Like, what happened?
So that was fun.
Awesome. So yeah, for those, we're gonna let. I'm sure you want to get a little bit of a break before your next one, and I want to make sure that you are rested before the next interview, as much as you can be. 3 minutes is enough, right?
Yeah, we have an hour to go. So and my earplugs, whatever these things are called,
they're dying.
The earbuds are
they just said.
Dude, mine are killing my head. I just want to eat lunch, and I think I'll be okay to die later.
Yeah. Well,
I think that when you put food in your stomach, you're gonna go, good night.
I'm not like you, dude. Food actually gives me energy, while food puts all y'all's to sleep.
It's true.
This cat is like, I don't know what this cat's doing.
So happy is what that cat looks.
Oh, he is so happy. He's just burning up a storm over here.
Well, it was great fun talking to you.
Absolutely.
You were a great host. You asked good questions. You were a nice, relaxing end to the marathon today. So I appreciate it very much.
Absolutely. Once again, if you are in the chat room and you haven't checked out the back kick, go check them out. Tomorrow night, possibility we'll get them back, but we'll find out because they might still be sleeping.
Yeah, possibly. I will talk to me on Facebook.
Sounds good.
Let's see is there a way that we can do it earlier in the day?
I can't because that's when we normally live stream is 9:00 on Eastern,
okay,
so it'd be
okay.
8 for you guys' time.
Okay.
But if we have to, we can come up with another time. That's why we do these special reports, so we can hit people at random times when they're not expecting it.
And you know, just doing it again tomorrow, it'll be almost like the same thing to talk about, right?
We won't just talk about DRUSKARA tomorrow. We will talk about your both of your experiences within the TTRPG space.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Which would be a lot different,
sure,
or at least a little different. I mean, DRUSKARA is probably a big portion of that, right?
Yeah,
but
I'll see how I feel when I wake up tomorrow.
Sounds good. I'll check in with both of you if you get some sleep.
Yes.
Like I said, this was a lot of fun, and we're going to continue to do these this year. If you have a Kickstarter or a event or special thing that you're coming up with, and you want to have a special report, let me know. Otherwise, hopefully we'll get them back tomorrow. If not, you come hang out for a round table of Misfits, and then this week we're going to continue our drift through the different programs we have. You can get all those on the social media. Real quick, we're going to do a quick shout out to find out where we're at with the Kickstarter before we let them go. We are at a whopping 116,500 backers, and you have 28 days left. This is a huge project that I know both of you have worked so hard on, and it looks like it's paying off in dividends and more. So I will see you, not only if I don't see you tonight, I will see you all at GaryCon along with a couple other Misfits, and we're going to let these guys, let them all go, get some rest, hopefully get a little bit to eat, and get ready for their next interview. Thanks, everybody. See you guys around.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Meow, meow, meow.